I don't know whether you are advanced students or else you are just following the first course in your life. Answers, please.
Sir, this is my first course, diploma, psychology.
One second. Yeah, I'm in a Zoom teaching. Can I talk to you later? Others? Right now,
Sir, this is my first course in psychology.
everyone first course, the first class.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. This is my second course
Hmm?
in psychology. First, I
what
have
is-
done child psychology.
Okay.
This is my secondly. I'm doing this for the advanced. So,
Right.
diploma in psychology I'm doing now.
Okay, now the topic is, so it's a very good evening to everyone. And so I'm Faizeen. I come in the video that will go. Right. So you can see my face, huh? Because when you study psychology or this sort of things, should know. Right. Let's start the topic. When it comes to psychology, most of the people come to this field to study psychology because you want to know the other's mind, how others' mindset is working. Okay. Now, for example, if I ask from one of you all, okay, why you study psychology? Because I want to know what others are thinking. That's what your mindset. You don't think the real concept of studying psychology is not to know about others, but to know about yourself. That is the real spirit of psychology. So if you say, no, I'm going to study psychology. Now see, if I ask you a simple question, everyone is having a Facebook account. Tell me why Facebook is so famous. The Facebook is popular because of why? Few reasons. You can say because Facebook gives, and you can post your videos, you can post your photos, blah, blah. It's not that, because the Facebook gives you a very nice option, the like and share comment option. Because of that only Facebook is famous. Now, sometimes when you put a photo, the other peoples are like, put a small like, so you like it. You want the people, you want to get the attention of others. So, you know that you are not that much beauty, you are not so handsome, you're not so fair. But when you post a photo, when you put a selfie, your friend says, hi, Isha, it's very handsome. You look like Nayantara, you look like Shahrukh Khan. Then you become a duplicate Shahrukh Khan. You become a duplicate Nayantara and you start to fly in your, but you don't show that. You want it, you like it. Therefore, Facebook is giving a platform for others to praise you even for fake, sometimes real, sometimes fake. That is number one. Number two, in the Facebook, you can always go to others' option and see what's happening in their life. And you, most of the time, you see the stories. If you take the WhatsApp status are mostly viewed by others. Your friends are viewing your WhatsApp status. So because the status are telling stories of others, Facebook stories are telling stories of others. If you go to another your friend's Facebook account, now he's talking about his personal journey, what he ate, with whom he was, and what he's doing now, what he's feeling. So everything is Facebook. So you want to know what he is doing, what he thinks. Therefore, you want a platform like Facebook. Therefore, you like Facebook. In psychology, if you have a mindset of, by studying psychology, I should know about others, no, it is because you have to know about yourself. Some of the people in the life, you study, you live a life for 20 years, 30 years, for the period of 40 years, but still you don't know what is your strength, what is your weakness, and what are the threats, challenges that you have in future, and what are the weaknesses that you have. What is your strength? What is your weakness? What are the challenges that you have, and what are the opportunities you have? This still you don't know. You just live the life. You sleep, you get up and you eat. So you are just conducting the life. The psychology is a study that everybody has to understand if you really want to work with the people, if you work with anyone. Now, there are two sort of jobs in the life, children. Two kind of job. One job is you work with machines. One job is you work with machines. The other job is you work with people. So if you work with people, then you should know about yourself and you should know about him also, the person who is working. So when you are working with a person, then you understand about the human psychology, because person. If that person is a child, then it becomes child psychology. If that person become a parent, then it goes as a parental psychology. If that person belongs to any health sectors, then that goes as a health psychology. There is going to a medical professional, so that is going as a clinical psychology. Clinical psychology is one subject that in medical college, the doctors are teaching to the students. The doctors are studying the clinical psychology. And that is about a factory. You are the boss, you have 100 people are working in your factory, then that is industrial psychology. Management psychology. So much of psychologies. So if you take people, one person, group of people. One person is an individual. If you take the group, we can say social, society. So there is another psychology developed called social psychology. Social psychology developed. Under social psychology, you can put the child psychology also. Okay, because child also is a member of society. So the reason that you study psychology, because there are so much of theories in psychology. You are going to learn, the theories, and then you are going to see the truthness. This is not A-level, O-level. Don't by heart it. Okay, you just read the psychology. You see the psychology, see whether you can agree with their concept, because so much of theories are not proved. They have just said there is no proof. But there are some other that you can prove also. There are some other that there are some proved theories also. Sometimes the psychology talks about only man. Sometimes the psychology talks about human and animals also. Sometimes the psychology talks about science. Sometimes psychology talks about just some rumors. So this is the area of the psychology. Now, when you say diploma in psychology, that's actually a huge thing. But I think you can't learn everything, because there are, up to PhD, you have so much of theories to learn. So you have so much of things. Now, I'll tell one example. In US, when they want to take the people for their army, they appointed one psychologist. They want to enroll the people to their force, to their army. So they enrolled one psychologist. So the psychologist is going to test the people individually, group wise. You can't test 1,000 people in one day. And you can't ask the government 1 month period also. So we have in psychology individual test, group test, mass test. There are so much of test in psychology, so much of research in psychology, so much of studies in psychology. Clear? The difficult part is work with people, not work with machine. If you ask me, what is your profession? I'm a computer operator. Is it a hard job? Yeah, it's a hard job. But actually, it's not a hard job, because the computer doesn't understand. You get an angry, give a shot to the computer doesn't say poda. No, computer doesn't scold you. He will never say go man. So computer doesn't understand. He doesn't have a feeling. You are a motor mechanic, the motor doesn't have feeling. When you work with a person at an office, at a school, at a place, at anywhere, he's having a feeling. So then you have to respect the feeling. You have to understand what he thinks and how he behaves, how he shows the attitudes. So this attitude is a portion in psychology. So if you tell something, how he behaves. So to control, how can we control something? Now, what we know is, okay, you can take a stick and you can scold a person, so that person listens you. If you take at home, what will happen? Mother is shouting. When mother shouts, Puta is listening. Okay, Amma, okay, don't shout. Okay. And father is shouting. So when the father is shouting, the people are, they listen. This is shouting is one control, but the real control, there are some superpowers in the world, my dear. The superpowers in the world, they control the whole world. There are some superpowers like Israel, America, they control the whole world. How do they control? They control now. What the British people took, the British people took education as a control mechanism to control everyone. Now we study British curriculum, London syllabus, edXL syllabus, Cambridge syllabus, and for diploma, degree, everything is from UK. They took education to control the world. American took the weapons to control the world. When you say America, oh, you scare because they have atom bomb, that bomb, this bomb, missiles, guns, machine guns, so many guns. You scare. China took money to control the world. They give money to you. Everybody loves money. So they take the money, then they can't repay. They automatically become unwritten slave. Sri Lanka is a very good example as an unwritten, to obey to that country. So there are several control mechanisms. When one country decides to control the whole world, they put up a plan, a 10-year plan, 20-year plan, 30-year plan. So the world renowned famous psychologist who knows human psychology, people's mentality will be involving in that. That is the power of psychology. You become a doctor, doctor needs psychology knowledge. You become an engineer, engineer needs psychology knowledge. You take any job in this world, everybody wants a psychology knowledge, children. When you study psychology, I'm telling, don't waste your time. Study proper theories. Just go through it. Don't try to buy hard. Nothing there to buy hard. Don't try to buy hard anything. This is not maths. Don't try to buy hard. Just read, understand, speak yourself. That will come in your body. If you speak 2-3 times, that theory comes to you. And don't agree with some of the theories also. You have to agree, but don't agree. Because if you don't agree, you think the other way around. You are trying to give the counter answer. So then you develop your knowledge. Then do a lot of research in psychology. Now, some said you have done child psychology. Means you are going to learn all about how the children, behave with this age, what are the development happens, and how the feelings are out. Now, after we study all the feelings and developments and everything, if you don't respect a child, if you don't know how to handle a child, then obviously your psychology knowledge is waste. Likewise, you study, social psychology, but you don't know how to live in society, then your psychology knowledge is going to be waste. You have done industrial psychology, you are the industrial psychologist, the world famous industrial psychologist, but you don't know how to control a workplace. You are a principal, but you don't have the psychology knowledge, then all the teachers will scold you. You are a teacher that you don't know the psychology knowledge, then all the students will scold you. They don't like you. So you should know the psychology in this. Now, today's my topic is education management. Actually, there is a psychology topic, education management. Education, everybody knows. Okay, diploma in teaching. That is only focusing the teaching part. When it comes to education, teaching is just the one part. Education is a huge thing. The huge. Education is a huge thing. Managing education is an art, is a talent. So I'm going to touch you a few things that if you become a teacher, after you study psychology, if you become a teacher, or if you become a tuition teacher, or if you become a mother or father in future, at least, you will know how to transform, how to transfer the information. I mean, how to teach others. Okay, so that's my topic today. Before I get into this, anybody is having any questions in this psychology, so I can straight away go to the subject. Oh, do you understand my English? This speed is okay. Shall I speed up? This loudness, speed, everything is okay.
Yes, all okay.
Right. Let me to share the screen. I think Akila, I can share the screen.
Yeah, sir.
Disable.
Yeah, give me some time. Mhm. Mhm.
Who says couldn't understand? What's the reason? Sorry, could understand. Can share now? I still can't share. Right. Meanwhile, Akila, you can make that option able. So till that, I'll ask some question from. I don't know anyone here. I know only Akila because Akila was my good student. Now say I'll pick a student, Fatima Amra. Fatima Amra, you tell me, you like Instagram or Facebook? Both apps.
Yeah, sir. I used to spend more time on Instagram, not on Facebook.
Tell me the reason.
The
True
reason
reason.
because it's not that everyone couldn't see you, like that's not much visible than Facebook. Like in Facebook, like everyone can share, everyone can comment on your page, or like it's more you have more privacy than Facebook in Insta. What I feel is like.
Okay. I'll pick another student. Okay, Muhammad Ali is Nuska Dilshad. Nuska Dilshad here.
Yes, sir.
Right. Nuska, you tell me, if someone bully you, what will you do? Just one
Sorry, sir.
activity.
Sorry, sir. I
Someone is insulting you in front of the crowd. What will you do? For no reason.
will get angry.
Okay.
After that, I scold on the spot. It's
You
my
get angry and you will scold on the spot, isn't it?
yeah, sir.
Okay. Let me to share this screen now. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
So teaching techniques. See now the basic and the first question that I would like to ask is what is education? So here the answers also there. Education means life. Who said this? Plato. Tell me, anybody knows Plato here? Quickly say yes or no. Or anybody is there that you don't know Plato? Students? Students, who is a Plato? Who is the person Plato? Any guesses? Students, one answer please. Who is Plato?
I have heard his name when I was doing psychology. Like he's a philosopher, right?
Fatima Safina says a Greek man. Somebody says don't know. Okay, now, yeah, he's a Greek man. Actually, he is a philosopher.
He's a philosopher, right, sir? Because
He's
I
a
have heard his.
philosopher. He's a philosopher, and he told a lot of good things. Those days, they didn't have school system. Now we are having buildings, teacher, principal, school. Those days they don't have. They have like this. There was like there were educated people, and the crowd goes to him and get the knowledge. The morning session, every morning session, these educated people are like conducting some sessions. So the people are like going there and studying under them. They become the educationists. That's how the education system. Sorry. So what happened? The Plato is a man, is a very knowledgeable man. He conducted so many lectures, he was so many teachings, so many things. And then what happens? He has said a lot of theories. He trained a lot of his students are like, later became great people. So he said education means life. That is what a simple definition, people. Now, if I ask you what is education, you will say, no, assume that this is not there. But just imagine, say only the question, what is education? So if it is only what is education, then Will you be able to tell a simple answers? No, you will say so many things. If I ask this question, the fact is, if I ask you, do you understand the question? Yes, sir. Do you know the answer? Yes, sir. Then what is the answer? I don't know, sir. That will be for sure. Do you understand the question? Yes. What is the question? What is education? So you know the answer? Yes, sir. I know what is education. So what is education? Don't know, sir. Because you don't know how to tell it. You don't know how to write answers in few lines. You start to tell so many things. If you are not sure about an answer, you start speak lot. If you know a lot, if you know a lot, you speak little. If you like, speak lot mean, then you know what the lot. So he simply says, if you take life, whatever happens in a life, a person's human circle, everything, this factor, education is involved. So he says education means it's life. There is no limit. Whatever you learn, whatever you do, whatever like you behave, whatever the response you do, everything is education. Everything is a learning point. So that is the definition he gives. Okay, his name is Plato. Now, what is knowledge? I'm going to give you a very, very valuable prize if somebody tell answers, and Akila, you are not supposed to tell any answers here. Students, any of you, if you tell a answer for this question, I'm going to give you a very valuable gift, which is valuable to me.
Life experiences.
Okay, one answer is, wait, I'm going to write all the answers. Huh? One answer is life experiences. Please go on with more answers. Your life experience, then
what we learn in our life, we should implement. That is knowledge.
what we learn in your life, we should. So you're talking about the implementation.
Yes, implementation.
Implementation is okay. Implementation. Second answer.
Knowledge is the what you think in a positive way. If it's if you think that you are going to learn something, then that is a knowledge. So
Means you are talking about thinking, process.
Yeah, whatever comes in your life, like then that will, if you learn those things, then it will become a knowledge. Like if you feel like in a negative way, then it will not become a knowledge, right?
So you're talking a positive thinking is a knowledge.
Yes.
Fourth answer, please.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Fazmillah here.
Yeah, Fazmillah.
According to me, it may be searching on things. That means whatever we are learning, things that may we get know when we search the things, we get to know about them. So that may be knowledge.
Searching is a knowledge. You are short.
Yeah.
Searching is a knowledge, and the fifth answer is knowledge is a familiarity. Again, so familiarity is one. There's inbox answers also. Okay, very good.
So seeking information and facts and go through it, get experience is knowledge.
Seeking information. Can I summarize it?
Seeking
Waiting
information.
Yeah.
And facts.
And
facts.
Facts with what?
Facts mean facts, stories, or everything. Facts.
The facts you are talking.
Yeah. And go through it, getting experiences, maybe knowledge.
Next answer, please. 6 answers. I have got it.
Skill of receiving and storing the information.
Sorry.
Taking and storing the information, that is to have a knowledge.
I like you are trying to grab that in short while, but I think you failed. Anyway, let's for the right answer.
True opinion.
So the false opinion of knowledge, isn't it?
Knowledge is true opinion.
Knowledge is true opinion. When you have an opinion truly, honestly, that is a knowledge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm happy that you are actively participating. Most of my classes, people are like not speaking.
Theoretical or practical understanding?
Knowledge is facts, information, and stuff. Theoretical of?
Practical understanding.
So again, talking about understanding. Right. Now, I'll give one answer for this. Listen this answer. Skills of revising stored information. Now, let's try to understand this. Information, you understand what is information, okay? Revising stored information. To store information, you have to gain it. Okay? To store information, you have to gain it. So, gaining information is not knowledge. Gaining information is not knowledge. That is gaining process. The process is happening. Process is happening. And storing also not knowledge. Now you are reading a book, you are reading science book, you are listening my class. This is not knowledge. You are listening something seriously, you are seeing something seriously, you are reading something seriously. These are not knowledge. Gaining and storing are not knowledge. Implementation also not knowledge. Implementing what? There is a problem. Now, we say stored information. When you gain knowledge, if you take 100 information to your brain, you will be able to store 60%, for example. So 40% you forget. That is not storing in your brain. 60% storing. Out of 60%, the 30% is going for the deep part. So you know, but you don't know. You know, but you don't. If I ask you what is the capital of Sri Lanka, tell me please quickly. Fast. Capital of Sri Lanka?
Sri Jayawardhanapura Kote.
I don't know this sort of hurriet exactly. Colombo. Okay, we'll say Colombo. What is India?
New Delhi.
New Delhi. Now another person, please. What is Pakistan?
Islamabad.
Maldives?
Malay.
Malay is a group of people living in Sri Lanka. That's why Mali is an island that is in Australia, and that's called Malay. If you take male, there is a gender, so it's Malay. Okay, pronunciation matters. Then what is the capital of Turkey?
Turkey.
See, that's what I want.
Istanbul.
Turkey. Wait. You get some time to get it, na? Turkey. I know. What is that? Right, Islamabad. See, so where that is served, that has saved at a place in your brain which is not used much. That is the reason. You understand, everyone? Some information you are saving, but you don't use it. You just store. You take your fridge, open your fridge, and you don't know sometime on the parana pan kala kati giya mase pan kala koyare mudukku eti fridge ke balanna. Storing tamai, but you are not using. At a brain, some informations are stored, but you are not using. Then when you retrieve, it takes time. If you are always using, tak gala, you tell the answer. As I'm telling, let's keep few minutes silence.
उनकी बीवियों ने केड़ा जन्म बच्चों को जो ना वो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम तैयार कराना पे तो पीपीटीयां तैयार कराने की दो जोड़े.
So now you have to understand.
खा लिया ना खाया ऐसे तो बिरयानियां बनाओ तो पाए बनाओ नहीं आता.
So when you read a book, when you listen a picture, when you listen an audio, when you see a picture, when you watch a movie, when you listen to a lecture, what actually happening? You are passing information to your brain. And the brain tried to storing at various locations. And you forget about it, you go to sleep after that. The next day you get up, some of the stored information are there. You try to recall, some recalls are happening. First time recalling is a bit hard. Second time, if you recall the same thing, it is easy. Third time you're recalling, that is coming like a water. Fourth time is like a air, it comes. So information are in your fingertips now. There is a reason, if you speak about a same topic again and again and again, you become a very good speaker on that particular subject. That's how the peer teachers become experienced teachers. They for last 20, 25, 15 years, they are teaching psychology, they are teaching maths, they are teaching science. So they don't forget anything. But they have studied all over, don't forget about it. Go and meet Abdul Kalam and say, sir, you are very good in physics. Now the person is died, for example, I'm saying. But do you know who is King Kasyap? A question from history. That is also Sri Lankan history. The genius doctorate, Dr. Abdul Kalam may not know that. But he knew when he was studying O levels. If I ask you some few questions, you don't know. Some of the very simple thing that grade 5 children are studying. That doesn't mean that you don't know. You know that, you knew that, you stored that, and you are not using that information, that piece of information which was stored. When you revise, that information comes out. And you become knowledgeable. People say, ah, Shah, good knowledgeable person. I'll tell you one very good example, children. One child, his name is Saman. Saman scored 80 marks in maths, 70 marks in science, and 20 marks in history. So, sorry. The science teacher says a brilliant student because 80 marks. Maths teacher says 70 marks, no? Yeah, good student. The history teacher says 30 marks, no? He's an idiot. He's not a good student. He's an idiot. So same child is getting 3 names at the same exam. Knowledgeable, good student, is a fool, is an idiot. How can a person, a child, so excellent, and an idiot, or another word, excellent and fool at the same time? How can a person excellent and a fool at the same time? My question. Any answers? Can it be? Can't, right? Agree with me? Agree with me? Can't, right? But the world will tell you that you are so knowledgeable. You are so knowledgeable when they say your marks. When you know a topic, when you speak about something, they say you're knowledgeable. But now you are saying, no, that is not knowledgeable. Knowledgeable is storing. You have stored thousands of mega and gigabytes information. But people don't know that. People can't see that. So therefore, like, they don't say that that is as a knowledge. It's a piece of knowledge. There is a piece of information. Knowledge means that you are showing, you are repeating again and again without any faults some piece of information. Skills, that ability of revising again and again, that ability we call is knowledge. Sometimes in the maths paper, the children, or not maths paper, say a history paper, when you ask names, most of the time students are, they are like backward on memorizing these names. I'll tell you how to memorize my name, for example. Now say my name is Faizeen, F-A-I-Z-E-N. Tell me frankly, This is one small experiment. Here, there are 25 participants here. I need a very quick answer. Anyone here who knows me today, okay, who knows me today, just today, feel really difficult to keep my name like in memory? If it is, for example, Arshad, Ashkar is easy. Faizeen, bit odd. Is it hard or easy? You have only the new person have to answer. Is it hard or easy? Anybody feels difficult to recall without seeing the screen? Anybody here? Okay, I'll tell another name. The name is Bistam. Is it easy to remember or hard to remember?
Hard to remember.
Faizeen, hard to remember, easy to remember?
Faizeen, sometimes hard, sometimes.
Sometimes hard. Afridi, now you know Afridi is very easy to remember. Those days, that when he was in 17 years, when he scored very fastest century, then we were like, we were supporting cricket. So we were like struggling to tell his name. Somebody said Adupudi, somebody said Adpudi, somebody said Abrudi. It was very hard. Afridi.
Afridi.
Right. Now, see, Bistam. You remember biscuit. You remember biscuit. You take the biscuit and you jump up. You jump up. And you hear a sound called tam. You can remember stories easily. Yeah? If any future teachers are there, listen to this. There are wonderful techniques. Thousands of techniques are there. I'll tell you guys, I did A-level science for my A-levels. At that time, I was by hearting a lot. Then, I got only B's. I couldn't get A. And I missed my medical college also. Now, then I understood. I thought, when we were studying these universities and then higher studies, then for us, the A-level was very, very easy. When we studied A-level, O-level was very, very easy. When we studied O-level, grade 10 was very, very easy. When we studied grade 10, grade 9 was easy, isn't it? So there should be mechanism. You can't be like that hard, and there should be some mechanism. So what is the secret of this? Then I understand you shouldn't forget anything. You shouldn't by heart anything. Why should you have to by heart? When the brain memory, when your brain understand to remember through a scientific way, there is a scientific way. For example, if I tell you, you know what is scene? No? Scene ekak, or scene undu, rendu scene. So likewise, remember 5 scene pahak. My name. Biscuit kala uding pennama dam kala sadekawa. Bista. If you can relate now, like my example may wrong, but you can create better example. If you can make some better examples, students, if you can relate the information, then what will happen? You will never forget anything. I tell you, you can remember anything in this method relating to a known factor. There is a secret of memory. Memorizing something, actually you are not memorizing, related to a secret factor. Understand? Related to a secret. Now, this you know. This is you don't know. You try to get this to you. But this you know. So through this, you try to get this. For example, I am telling you to explain about dinosaurs. Don't take the children to Spielberg movies. The dinosaur movie, no. You have to show, you have to explain him without showing the dinosaur's picture. You will take elephant as an example, because elephant children have seen. From elephant only, you go to the dinosaurs. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Relate the information. Then information can be stored easily. It is easily stored. Once easily stored, that could be like put it out very easy. can remember any numbers. You tell me one number, I'll tell you how to. Somebody please tell any numbers. Maybe like somebody's phone number. Okay. Anybody please ask, please say any numbers. Just 6 numbers. Anybody can speak out?
876543.
We'll see one by one now. See, 876143. You want to by heart this 6 digit. Now I have written this number here. I'll tell you the signs of this. First number is 8. First number is 8. So you have to remember this one digit. 1 is okay, and you can remember 8. From 8, let's try to relate the other numbers. From 8, Hitaganna, you are in the 8th. 8, there are steps. You are in the 8 steps. 8 steps. And then you get 1 down. What is that? 7. Further 1 down. That is 6. So first 3 digit understood. You are in the 8th step. Even that 8, you can't, if you like difficult to recall, you can think something interesting to 8. And the there are 2 holes. Hari. Something like that. Some crazy ideas. So 8, 2 holes. You are in 8 steps. 1 down, 7 steps. 1 further down, 6 steps. First 3 digits understood. The 4th digit is 1. 1, 4, 3. Now see how this 1. From 6, you have to see the beginning 1. You make a theory there. Okay, we went to 8, 1 step 7, 1 step 6. That 1 hour 1 hari. Ida passe 4 eකට යන්න ඕනේ. 1 ඉඳලා 4. එතන difference තියෙන්නේ 3. Shafna, you don't understand the language or what? You can tell me exactly what you don't understand, please. It will be easy for me. Right. Let me finish, then you may understand. Okay. I'm sorry. I spoke in singular. Right. So now say 8, 7, 6. That 1 down. So that 1 down, 1. Now that 4. 1, 4, difference is 3. That 3 is the final number. Now see. 8, 7, 6, 1, 4. The difference is 3. That 3 is the final number. Just put 10 numbers, put 8 numbers, put 4 numbers, put 2 numbers, put 3 numbers. Try to make a story and tell the story. Enjoy the story. You tell the story to your sister, your children. They will remember these numbers. These numbers, number games. I went to Russia. Then I didn't know single terms of word of Russian. They spoke a lot. I didn't understand. They don't understand English. I don't understand Russian. So then at one thing I smiled. And I said, thank you. Then she said, spasiba. Very beautifully she said, spasiba. Then I was, spasiba. I wrote in Tamil. Is pasiva. Then I read it. Is pasiva. Very ugly. Huh? Okay. Then I read it. Is pasiva. Then my students in Russia, they said, sir, what is this? They don't pronounce like this. Then I said, then how they pronounce? So they say, see, spasi, very tight pronunciation. Spasi. Wah, that wah you have to release freely. Spasiva mean thank you. The thank you also, like there are so much of pronunciation. Some people say thank you, then you understand the level of knowledge, the level of English. Sorry, knowledge is a different thing. Then some people say thank you. Some people say thank you. Is education, so many pronunciation differences. So then it's spasiva. Then I remember how to remember spasiva, because I learned so many Russian words, I forgot everything. I learned the word for bread, I learned for everything because it was not related. When I learned spasiva, I remembered spa. because they always, I read the newspaper, spa, 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 spa. Spa means a massage. So, okay, spa, spa, okay, spa. So, spasi, come to spa, spasiva. You understand? Come to spa. Spa karan enna. Spa panna vaanga. Massage panni udathukku vaanga. Spa, spasiva. So, related the language remembered. So, next time whenever I go, I know only. Those days when we learn English, we know only 2 words, no? Even you also. What are the 2 names? What are the two terms that you know in English at first? The people who studied in Tamil and Sinhala medium? One is yes, other one is no. Those days, when somebody talked English with me, I say, when I say yes, my mother said, when you say yes, smile. When you say no, don't smile. So then I know, because that time, I was in a different environment. So like people used to say something, they said, I don't know anything. I say yes. Then I say no. So, 2 languages. Then you develop the language. So Russia also, that's possible. Then I went to China. In China, then I was like thinking, what is the term for the thanks? Because thanks is everybody likes. When you say thanks, everybody likes. Then they say she. Say, S-A-Y, say, she. She, S-H-E-Y, say, she. She anyway, say, she. You have to tell it very fast. Seshe. Seshe. Okay. So then I learned it. Seshe, because it's say, tell, seshe. Then for good morning, I mean, to say a greeting, greeting man, there is no good morning, good afternoon. They say like, okay, hello, sorry, hello. For the Chinese word for hello is ni ha. Ni, N-E, ha, H, ni ha. Simple, no? So then I thought, no, I shouldn't forget this also, no? Ni mean you. Hi, you, hi. So hello. You understand? You, hi. That is ni ha in Chinese. If you say ni ha in Chinese, that is hello. Si she, that is thank you. Spa, come to spa, spasiva, that is also thank you. Numbers can be related. Language can be related. History can be related. Science can be related. Periodic table can be related. I'll tell you the periodic table. Maybe like because I'm science teacher, I'll be easy to tell. But most of you all who just passed the O level also like, difficult. Now say hydrogen. Who knows periodic table? Who can tell the periodic table with me?
I know, sir.
Any students? Please join with me.
I memorized HEHLBBNOC, Nena Phone IMGR, Allah Sivaji Police, AR Kamal Hassan. And also I memorized the botanical name also for the rice, Oriza Sataiva.
Yeah, for Mangifera indica.
Yes, there is a person Oriza Sataiva. Ipomia batata. So my name is also Phomia. So it's easy. Ipomia batatas. Borasas.
So you are in the line. So for the other students, see, you can take anything to memorize in this. Now my topic is revising how to put the knowledge. See now presentation just 2 lines, but you have to understand a lot. Keeping everything in memory is not easy, people. You can read. See now how many people, if you are a teacher, what is the first complaint the mothers are coming, the parents are coming and tell you? What is the first complaint that the student is telling you? Sir, I study, I forget. Teachers, mother says, he studies every time, but I don't know why marks is down. Marks is down because no knowledge. Knowledge is not coming to paper. Not coming to paper. So how to take to paper? That's the thing. That's a problem. If you know the secret of learning, I have made a small machine. Now I wanted to implement this. Okay. Now I have those days around, I think 7 years ago, I was teaching in Sri Lankan colleges, at Amazon and some other places at my own. And then I got a chance to go to Maldives. Then I went to Maldives. Maldives also, like, I taught what I know, what I taught in Sri Lanka. I didn't try any new things. Then I got an invitation to go to Malaysia and to teach for Chinese school. The Malaysia is a very good school. In Malaysia, there is a Chinese school where the Chinese people don't know English much. So I underestimated the school. They said there were around 3,000, 4,000 students, but I'm going to handle around 100 students, senior people. So I underestimated. I thought, okay, these Chinese fellows, I mean, Maldivians, but Chinese anxious. So I thought, okay, these Chinese people, so I can just try my new things. So then what I did before I go to Malaysia, I made a small machine, a virtual machine. Now we are in a virtual classroom. This is a classroom, but virtual classroom, where you can see me, I can see you. You can hear me, I can hear you. But we can't touch. Virtual mean can't touch. Virtual mean can see, can hear, can feel, you can't touch. Virtual. So I made a machine, virtual machine. That machine is a memorizing machine. You put any theory in that. I just made some code, some rules, rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3. You put the periodic table there, then the result is you by heart. So then I just wanted to implement in China. Then I thought, even I got complaint, I don't mind. That is not Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Maldives. This is Malaysia. No, even somebody's called me, it's okay for me. Then I implemented. Unexpectedly, unfortunately, that became a huge success. Maravedi. That became a huge success. Then the principal invited me to the room and said, Mr. Faizeen, I am also, into the psychology, but from where you took this theory? I said, this is not theory I took from anywhere. I can't say, I didn't lie also. I said, sir, I just tried. Then he got angry. So everybody said, you are an experienced person. So you came here to get a training. I didn't say anything. I said, sir, the output is good. Everybody liked, and that worked. So then I took him to the class. There was a guy, his name is some Changchung, I don't know. So I called him, and from his textbook, the principal, the headmaster selected the topic, but everything was in English. So therefore everybody understood. We put in the machine, and just 5 minutes repeated, and he and even the principal were able to repeat it. From where I got this machine, when I was thinking, how can I make the children to memorize? I was thinking deeply after my studies, and why people are getting very good results in O level, but not in A level, or sometimes in good in A level, but not in campuses. Sometimes people are getting very normal results in A level, but they become a great top people. Now in my family, scholarship, everybody passed. Myself, I passed. I'm having very immediately, I'm having a brother. So he passed. Then I'm having a sister. She did not. The point is, I have another brother also. And he did not pass. He did not pass. I did A-level science, couldn't become a doctor. The second brother tried, couldn't. The brother who failed scholarship now is a senior doctor. It is a joke. He's a very knowledgeable doctor. After he go to the campus, he became, batch top. He became very popular, man. Sometimes it happens. I'm thinking, so what is this? Where the wrong is? Whether this is our education system or somewhere else, where the wrong is? Then I remember one thing. When I was in grade 8, this is a nice story. Yeah? Boring. If you're boring, you tell me, and then I'll change the topic. Children boring, or shall I change the topic? Or this is okay. Right. So then when I was in grade 8, I was by hearting. I was by hearting some history terms. I remember, yeah, some history terms. Yeah, some kings' names, which was very difficult. So I was by hearting like that. Then back of my side, there was a small bed. Back of my chair, it was not a study table, just an ordinary chair at my home. Back of my back, there was a small bed, and my grandma was sleeping. Grandma was just, just listening what I was repeating. Then I studied. 1 second. Right. So children, the next day, the same time, it was I think around 4 or 4:30. I came and I sat at the same place where my grandma is there. And, I usually like give my head to her. So she was like, give some massages like this. And I used to by heart. Now my voice is also a bit louder. Then I was closing the book and I was thinking, what was the topic? What are the ponds? Oh, what are the services? The first, there was so much of Parakraman. I hate history anyways. So there was so much of Parakraman. So then, who was something like that? So then my grandma was telling the answer. I was shocked. My grandma was telling the answer. When I opened the topic, I was thinking my grandma said, this question, this is the answer. She was telling. I was shocked. That time I did not realize. But when I became a teacher, when I was thinking, what is the secret? What is the technique that we can implement to our people? As a psychologist, you have to give something new to this world, this industry. Then I found this machine. When I get a chance on a workshop, inshallah, I'll try to teach you. Online is very difficult because it needs a lot of practical knowledge. You need a lot of things, I need at least 3 hours to explain that virtual machine. So children, what the point I'm trying to say, this storing is not easy also. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You think, okay, if you read store, it's not like that. This is not sponge. This is an iron. It is not sponge. Sponge means no weight. This is iron, weight. It's so weight. Storing is the difficult part. After storing, you have to revise it. How to revise? You can write, you can speak, you can teach, you can discuss, or you can watch. Then you revise. Then those stored informations are used. The neurons are used. Now you become a knowledgeable person. Clear? I'm not going to discuss this topic anywhere in my lectures. Is that crystal clear, this topic?
Yes,
thank you. We'll have a very quick view about this history of education, how this education came to this world. So the man Plato, he established an academy. That was the first university in this world. Those days, very long time before. So that is, we call the first university. Then the Rousseau was a student of Plato. So Rousseau like introduced a system called child-centered education. Listen, children. Listen, students. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Still, even now, you take Sri Lanka, Asia, Europe, America, any part of the world, still this method only implemented. If you ask me, so what is the method happening in Sri Lanka or Asian countries? I'll say child-centered education. In British, advanced people, child-centered. Americans, child-centered. Any universities, any grades, child-centered. So who introduced? Rousseau. And Rousseau was a student of Plato. And Pestalozzi, the third person, was a student of Rousseau. These are students. Plato was the teacher, headmaster, but Rousseau became the first person who introduced. He tried with his son, actually. That was a nice story. You can Google and see. And Pestalozzi, but we used to say Pestalozzi is the father of child-centered education because Pestalozzi developed so much of say. Rousseau just tried, but Pestalozzi developed that. So the person who developed, we call the father of child-centered education. Okay. We will explain what is child-centered later. Now see, after Pestalozzi, there was a gentleman called Herbart. So Herbart came to the scene, and Herbart introduced 3 steps. First step is co-curriculum system. Co-curriculum means anybody who is studying basic education. Say if you in India you have like this GC exams. In Sri Lanka we have O levels. Okay, each and every country is having their first 11 years course, or first 11 years or first 10 years program they have. Every country have. All these countries, language is must, maths is must, history is must, religion is must. So I mean their own religion. So there are a couple of things are must. These are compulsory. So this compulsory syllabus was introduced by Herbart. Then he said exercise is one topic. exercise. Cricket is another one. Games, another. Art, another. I'm not talking about history, science. I'm talking about the other subjects. Other subjects. Cricket, football, sports, arts, computer technology, home science. These are other. So you are joining everything, a drama and all. You are joining everything with this science maths. Now this curriculum means syllabus, become co-curricular, mandatory, must. Co-curricular, there are two words, co-curricular. So it becomes a very must syllabus. So nowadays, whatever that you study, your syllabus are co-curriculum system. The father of co-curriculum system was Mr. Herbert. Then he introduced some steps in teaching. The steps are like, if you are a teacher, you have to do the preparation first. Preparation, you must prepare. See, now I'm preparing like this. So you have to prepare. And then you have to teach. That is we call presentation. Now these two parts you can do. The association means sometimes you are teaching some theories. You are teaching some theories and you are connecting with some practicals. This is we call association. Connecting with some practicals, some theories, some practicals. So you have to, whenever you tell example, you tell real world example, the examples that is happening really. Okay, you don't teach lies, no. Generalization. So you prepare, you teach, you tell proper examples. Then generalization that happens in the children. Then say, if I am your student, so I'm having generalization. I take from science teacher, I take from history teacher, I take from maths teacher, and I'm having the group of knowledge in my mind. So I get my own knowledge system, which we call generalization. I get my own. I am making myself my mind. Mind is the person. Mind only make you as a good man. Mind only make you as a murderer. Mind only spoil you. Is all mind. Mind, not hand, not eyes, not body. It's mind, brain. So when you put everything, when you pour, it becomes a very nice mixture. That mixture makes who is Faizeen, who is so and so, who is Mr. Ilham, who is Rafna, Shazna. See, that we call generalization. With that, you face the world, which we call application. You face the world. A rocket is going out of the Earth space. This is our world. Rocket, now flight can't go. No? Aeroplane can't go. Aeroplane can go within that limit. Aeroplane can't go like this. Only rocket can go. So the rocket has to go. Rocket needs biology knowledge. Rocket needs a physics knowledge. Rocket needs the chemistry knowledge. To send a rocket up, you should have physics knowledge, chemistry knowledge, biology knowledge. So all the knowledge is combined and applied. Now you see the application. The rocket is flying. Plato, Rousseau, Pestalozzi, Herbert. Clear? Next. Then there is a person called Froebel. Froebel invented a method called kindergarten, KG method. Now, if you go to nurseries, there are KG, LKG, UKG. Okay. Now, actually, Froebel invented only KG, kindergarten method. So he did not invent any upper KG, lower KG, and all. That is, our teachers put for their own benefit. These nursery teachers want money, so therefore they say, okay, Froebel, we are Froebel method only. But this is kindergarten KG method. You have a lower KG also. So then you take, okay, if this KG is 4 years, lower KG 3 years, you please come. Then upper KG 5 years. Okay. So KG system, kindergarten system is invented by Froebel. I will explain that later. Spencer, very beautifully, he invented 4 laws. He told us 4 laws. Laws of teaching. Known to unknown, visuals to concepts, easy to difficult, simplex to complex. 4 rules. Any teacher here in this forum? Quick answer. At the moment, involved in a government school or private school teaching, not tuition teaching. Anybody here? Mashana Abdul Qadir, what is the subject? Please speak.
Science and maths, sir.
How long you have teaching experience at a school?
18 years.
Mashallah. Can you now, you have to cooperate with us. Now, this known to unknown. Can you tell me how you, now do you know that there was a guy called Spencer? Be honest with me, because this is a classroom, you know, you are just a student. When you come to say, or anybody don't know Tamil here? Any Sinhala student here that knows only Sinhala? No, people are okay. I'll tell one joke in Tamil. So there was a patient. So patient went to the doctor. Doctor asked, what's the problem? The problem is fever. Let me to see. Doctor Addi Ulu. Can you see the fever now? Can you give the medicine? That particular place, that so-called madam, is a patient. For doctors, all the patients are same. Likewise, now you can have very experienced teachers here, but by giving some wrong answers, don't worry, you never go down. I really appreciate, because you are giving a try. That is the quality of a teacher. I really happy the people who speak, who don't share the views, then always you are at the same place. Always you have to put the views out, and you have to, you know, argue with the people, argue on the kambu, not like that. Not a war, you know, just some healthy arguments. Right. So now, known to unknown. Spencer told 4 rules to us. So Mrs. or Miss Roshana Abdul Kader, do you know honestly there are 4 rules like this?
I'm not very sure.
You are not very sure, and thank you so much for your honest answer. And others, do you aware that there are 4 rules are rotating your head that you have to follow strictly as a teacher? There was a kindergarten teacher, Fatima Amra.
Yes, sir. Sorry,
Yes, now tell me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Sir.
my question is, do you have a prior knowledge about the Spencer and his laws of teaching?
No, sir, no.
Right, thanks for the honest answer. Now, see what is said, known to unknown. Can somebody explain how can we follow this rule? But I already explained this. Can I remember dinosaur and elephant answer? What is known, what is not known here?
Elephant is known and dinosaur is unknown.
Very good. So elephant is known, dinosaur is unknown. Now tell me, when you are teaching this addition, multiplication, this division and all, which factor you are teaching first? Addition or subtraction or multiplication or what?
Addition.
For primary schools, small kids, what do you teach first?
Addition first.
Addition first, good. Second?
Then subtraction, multiplication, and then division.
Subtraction, then multiplication, then?
And division.
And division. Now tell me who put this rule? Why we have to follow this rule? Can't I teach subtraction first? Can't I teach division first?
You go step by step from the basic things that you know to whatever you don't know.
No, not that. See the third rule, easy to difficult. What is the third rule is? Easy to difficult. Understood? Easy to difficult. Clear? Clear, everyone? Known to unknown, easy to difficult. Now you got it. And visuals to concept. Somebody can explain visual to concept. I'm here if anybody can explain from this forum.
That is what you see. Things that you see, you build a concept out of it and try to explain.
Example? Others, any examples?
You can take shapes and things like that to explain geometry, like.
Very good, super. So, okay. Say you can take some shapes. You are teaching some shapes to the kids. Then from that shapes, you take him to some more knowledgeable, more complex things. Okay. The concept mean the idea. The concept mean the idea, the knowledge. It's not knowledge, the idea. The visuals mean what you see. So by looking at, you got an idea. This is what, that is the reason for preschools is more visuals, more visuals. Some of the preschools, they have mega televisions, big screens and all. So more visuals, because by looking more, they are like develop themselves more. And simple to complex. Good example is maths. Check how grade 1 and grade 11 mathematics subjects are like organized. Simple. Then after grade 8, 9, 10, 11 and all, it's very complex. When you go to like advanced level, it's very, very complex. So there are 4 rules that Spencer introduced you. And after Spencer, it's Maria Montessori who introduced a method of Montessori method. We are going to learn about it, the Montessori methods of teaching. And then it's John Dewey. His name is Dewey, John Dewey. He introduced a method called problem solving method of teaching, where we are going to learn about this problem solving method. It's it's a very, very important method. We are going to teach you separately. Then after him, I'm mentioning Mahatma Gandhi also here, where he actually that particular period, he said very important thing. He said job oriented education, the technical education he supported. He said, okay, if you are studying anything, you study about technical education. If you know how to prepare, how to assemble computer, how to prepare an AC, how to repair your television, then people will give you jobs. Otherwise you study about now see this history knowledge, what you can do, you have a just knowledge, that's all. You are having some art knowledge, some science knowledge, and unless you implement it, you will not have it. I mean, you are not going to use it. Now, some of the knowledge I gain in my grade 8, grade 7, I have never used in my life. That's the sad part. I gained some knowledge. My young ages, I never used. Now I'm learning and using something else. So Mahatma Gandhi supported for this sort of technical education. So therefore, I would like to mention here also. And before I move to the next slide, look at this Spencer, what he did for us. Spencer, laws of teaching. Tell everyone, open your mic and speak to me. Spencer. Spencer, repeat.
Of teaching.
Yeah, laws of teaching.
Known to unknown.
Yeah.
Visual to concept.
Easy to difficult, simple to complex.
One more time, please, everyone at one voice.
Spencer.
Law of teaching. Known to
Known
unknown.
and unknown. Visual to concept, easy to difficult, to complex.
Again, last time, please.
Laws of teaching.
Known to unknown. Visual to concept. Difficult to differ. Complex.
Thank you. Right. I'll pick one student now. Fasmina, you are there?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Not for me. I'm second Fasmina. Fasmina, there is a student called Fasmina. F. Fasmina there?
Yes, sir.
So Fasmina, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're mostly welcome. Now tell me, what are the laws of Spencer?
Sorry?
Tell me the laws of Spencer, teaching laws. First thing.
Known to unknown.
Very good.
Simple to complex.
Okay. Watching a movie, then getting a knowledge. Visual to
Concept.
Concept. Fourth one. Fourth one. Any others? Fourth one.
Easy to difficult.
Simple
Okay.
to complex.
Right. So by
Simple to
repeating, yeah, so you understand. All right. Now see these methods. What are the teaching methods that are available? All are like going to, all of you all following teacher training, or like few of you all here? How many teachers are here? How many people are following teacher training? See the methodologies. Somebody can read. What is this first one?
Kindergarten.
Kindergarten. Akila. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
You are not welcome. Other students, kindergarten. Second. Read this second one.
Montessori,
This.
playway,
Playway,
problem
problem solving,
This one.
project based,
This one.
Heuristic.
heuristic,
Again, please.
heuristic,
Heuristic. Very good. This one.
Vinetka plan,
Plan.
Okay. This one.
Dalton.
Dalton
Dalton plan. Shall we repeat again? Kindergarten.
Kindergarten,
Montessori,
Playway.
problem solving, project based,
project based,
heuristic,
Heuristic. Heuristic. Okay. Then
Vinetka plan,
Plan.
Dalton plan.
you can write this. You can say teaching methodologies. Write all this side, please.
Okay, sir.
Done.
Yeah, done.
Right.
Yes, sir, done.
So that's all for today, children. Can I have some questions? Hope like you got some good basic about teaching. See now, இவ்வளவு மெத்தட் இருக்குது டீச்சிங்ல. What are the methods? Kindergarten, Montessori, playway, problem solving, project based, heuristic, Vinetka plan, Dalton plan. Not Dalton. Dalton. So now Dalton milla Dalton. Lalak doled up him. Dalton. So kindergarten, Montessori, playway, problem solving, project based, heuristic, Vinetka, and Dalton. So now people, where is it? Right. Let me do small summary about this. So I ask a question, what is education? So education means life, and then what is knowledge? I explain what is knowledge. Then I told you what is the history of education. And then, so we discussed Plato, Rousseau, astrology, and Herbert. We discussed a bit more. And then, Froebel, Spencer, the law follows, and people. And finally, we ended up in the methodologies. Isn't it?
Yes.
Right. So now, any questions so far in this?
the kindergarten and the Montessori, I don't know, the spelling is like it's a little bit confusing. There's no space, right?
Sir, will you
Yes, Sonia.
explain Dalton plan and Vinetka plan? What is that, sir? Heuristic means.
இது எப்படிண்டா before you plant the seed, you expect a fruit மாதிரி. ABC படிக்கல அதுக்குள்ள you want me to tell the Oxford English.
You told, sir, ask any questions. That's why I asked.
Just kidding. Anyway, Vinetka and Dalton, let's learn very systematically. See the what we call this spellings will be put down whenever you know take a product. Don't take it up. Spelling will be here and there. So kindergarten, Montessori, playway, problem solving. When we start with the kindergarten, then you know the basic. Then Montessori, you know a bit more. Then playway, it comes very gradually. Then problem solving. Then with that is the ending. That's for the particular group. And then project-based, heuristic, Vinetka, Dalton, you know, that goes in a different dimension. So end of the day, you'll be getting a very good knowledge. So thank you so much for amazing college, and especially big thanks to Akila who coordinated, and
you so much,
students, for everyone. Hope like yeah, let's continue in the next classes.
Okay.
This my teaching and everything is all right. Or if you have any comment, you can tell me. Yeah? Now tell me what is my name.
Faizeen, Mr. Faizeen.
Don't forget about 5. Paha, scene,
Faizeen.
5 scene. Scene, you know scene, this picture, scene, okay. This is 1 scene here. 1 scene, 2 scene, 3 scenes, so 5 scene. Take care, children. Bye.
Okay, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Jazakallah. Assalamu
Kila khair, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
alaikum. Okay, Akila, Jazakallah. Thanks to you, Akila. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.